Welcome to the TransForum. The great issues of our day demand clarity, and today we'll be addressing the question, how do we prepare our children to succeed in life?
I'm Dennis Peacock, and we're here on the TransForum talking about what are the really great issues of our day or of our times. And why did we choose the 6 that we chose? Well, I want to give you an introductory set of ideas as to why we did. And what we want to talk about today is the question, how do we train our children to succeed in life? Well, that talks about a lot of different pieces to that question. Has to do with the strength of the marriage, has to do with the strength of the parenting, has to do with the level of intimacy between the parents and the children, and why the family unit. We say the family unit is a basic building block of a healthy culture. Issues that are not resolved in the family make their way out into the street. And from the street, they may make their way all the way out into the penitentiary. Unresolved family issues create breakdown in the entire culture, the entire nation. You can measure the economic strength of a nation by the strength of the family units. It has to do with work performance, motivation, etc., etc. How do we train our children to succeed in life? Obviously, we aren't doing a very good job, folks. Certainly if we look at Western culture in general and the United States in particular. Different segments of this nation, different ethnic groups, different economic classes have different ideas, different practices about how they train their children. But what's the real problem? Hey, from my point of view, it's that we're not training our children. The biggest issue we have, which is why it's one of the great issues of the day, is parents, by and large, don't know how to train their children. They don't know how to give them the power of discipline, the power of restraint, the power of conflict resolution, and 50 other different powers that we talk about on the TransForum. We want to engage you. This is an international crisis, and by the way, it's all about love. If you have children and love your children, you surely want them to succeed. The issue is, how are you going to train them to do that? Do you know? Well, that's what the TransForum is about. We're dealing with the principles that we see that create successful children. And by the way, I can't speak beyond my own, but we put in a heck of an effort to train them. This is the TransForum. Let's engage. Let's talk about what are the principles that train children to have a healthy, productive, and fulfilled life. You've got to know. You're going to create those children, and you're going to create, to a large degree, the future you give them. Let's engage. This is the TransForum.